Alright, so it's been a really long time since I made a Boruto video, since anything Boruto relevant really came out, and Boruto Chapter 1 or Chapter 81, whatever it is, Chapter 1, Boruto Two Blue Vortex. I'm not gonna holler at you about the name real quick, but I do not know who thought that was a great idea. Two Blue Vortex, what are we talking about? With that being said, I'm gonna be getting into spoilers today, giving my thoughts on it, and just some comparisons to maybe Chapter 1 of Shippuden, because I think that makes sense, right? So, we're gonna start off, and Sarada is there in the Hokage's office, and they got Shikamaru as the Hokage. Now, if you told someone in like 2015 Shikamaru is gonna become the interim Hokage one day, they'd be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That sounds sick. But of course, in Boruto, it would not be Boruto if they were not disrespecting the past, and Shikamaru is there because Naruto, still tucked away in another dimension by Kawaki, which we expected, and Shikamaru is of course has no idea with the whole Boruto being switched with Kawaki thing. So obviously I'm making jokes there, but him being the Hokage does make a lot of sense, as well as the fact that obviously he has no idea, and if literally only two people in the village know, Sumire and Sarada, it makes sense that he's not exactly gonna believe them in that situation. Kawaki goes into that dimension we were talking about in this chapter, and we see that Naruto and Hinata have not aged, so that of course we're expecting to have some huge payoff. I guess it's gonna be akin to like Minato coming back in the final war. I expect them to be doing this for a long time. I don't expect to see Naruto until the very end of Boruto, so maybe like 5 to 10 years, who knows. With that being said, I want to talk about the character designs. I think Sarada's looks like okay. I don't think it's crazy, but Kawaki looks really sick. Kawaki's new design looks really good, and I honestly think it's a huge switch. It has an edgier feel to it, and I know everyone's gonna be talking about Boruto's a monthly. Like, what are we waiting for? It's a monthly, and we're still waiting this long, and we're not getting something that blows us away, because we see what One Punch Man does and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, the designs aren't bad. Like, I know we want crazier and better, but at the end of the day, it's not bad, and I don't get why they don't just have a better artist, but it's always been like this. It's always going to be like this, it seems. Disappointing, I know, but at least the character designs are cool if the general art quality isn't the most detailed. We also see that Ada and Damon, they have the same design. Sumire has a new design as well, and they talk about if they can rewrite history and if there's anything they can do to reverse it, and Ada tells them like, nah, like this is what it is. And also she still has no clue whatsoever how the two of them retain their memories at all, so I'm sure we're gonna get some like nonsense explanation. I feel like, especially if like Sumire still remembers, I just don't see that going in a way that makes a lot of sense. But who knows, maybe they got Kishimoto on the pen now and he writes up a good explanation as to how they retain their memories, but otherwise I don't really know. But with all that's being said, the best character design upgrade ever is Mitsuki. Mitsuki looks the coldest, Mitsuki looks the coolest. Mitsuki got that protagonist energy when he walks with. He literally looks like he is him, and he still of course wants to kill Boruto on sight. It is on sight if Mitsuki sees Boruto. I am telling you, that is going to be a sick fight when it happens. And also, Kawaki basically says, once Boruto pulls up, he finna know. Like, they're gonna know when Boruto enters the village too. Himawari and Chocho are also training now, and I don't think either of them got, and Shikadai was there too. None of them really had some crazy character design. They kind of look like they're about to be fodder again. But of course, speaking of fodder, I gotta get to this latter half, where we hear that Code is invading Konoha, and if you thought Code was gonna come in and be him, Code, where they were gonna take all the criticism of Code in the pre-time skip and come out with some Code fire, you would be absolutely wrong, because Code gets rolled in this chapter again, completely disrespected. He also has a new slash on his left eye, so maybe Boruto and Sasuke were up to some stuff in this 2 years. And Boruto then makes his grand reveal because he goes and stunts on Code, completely embarrassing him, and Code pulled up with his whole army too, and he's getting embarrassed, and Boruto making his appearance there with a sick character design as well. I don't think it's better than Mitsuki, but I think him and Kawaki are on the same level. Their character designs look cool, but honestly, I see Code needing to be wrapped up right now. I do not think we need Code lingering around for this whole arc. I'm also not interested in the fact that he has the 10 tails. I know that sounds crazy, but to be honest, I really don't care about the 10 tails anymore. We did that already. I don't care about a fodder 10 tails army that is just like White Zetsu. I don't think you guys care about that either. I want to see Code wrapped up right here, right now, and I wonder how they're gonna do this. Is Boruto gonna wrap up Code all on his own? Where is Sasuke? And then of course Mitsuki and Kawaki are about to be there, so I don't really know what's going on. But of course at the end of the chapter, Kawaki sees Boruto and says, "You're out," basically saying you're out of hiding. And honestly, I think their dynamic is going to be cool, and I wish we got a little bit more like dialogue instead of just catching up with everyone, but it makes sense. It was a first chapter. You have to look at this like a new manga, which is kind of weird, I know, but that is how you have to look at it. This is a new chapter. This is a new manga in itself, and compared to Shippuden at the start had a somewhat similar vibe too. Very early, just seeing Naruto go around to everyone. And I honestly think with how the two shows are progressing, this feels darker, this feels edgier, and this is basically what the show needs. And I do think overall we're gonna enjoy the fact that Boruto is on the outside of this whole thing, and Sarada is kind of in there beefing with everyone, and Kawaki is sitting there like brooding the whole time. Now, with that being said, I know I was talking about the art quality. It's not the end of the world, but people are gonna point to it, especially with the amount of, especially considering the heat between all the communities right now. People are gonna be talking about the art. Character designs at least are cool, and I think at the same time, if Code doesn't get wrapped up here and he's lingering this whole arc, it's really gonna be like, what are we doing? Like, why are you here? Why are you in the story? Like, enough is enough. And I think overall I'm pretty satisfied with this. I wasn't expecting anything too crazy. That being said though, Boruto and Kawaki meeting this early I think is unexpected for most of us. And also, yeah, that name is trash. I don't know who thought of Two Blue Vortex. That kind of sounds like, what in the world are we talking about? Could have just went with Boruto Shippuden. I think we all would have been okay with that. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. No, it's the first Boruto video in a while. I'm dropping a One Piece video next, probably a JJK video soon. And if you're interested in any of that, go check out my other content. And if you're enjoying this video, drop a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started. We're going to stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.